The old man stares at his reflection in the glass. The young man chuckles. Here we go again, he suggests. Anyway, yes, here's another tale from the Twilight Zone, which I wrote to Twilight. It's called A Lesson in History. In the 19th century, people read books for entertainment and went to the theatre to watch plays. In the 1920s, silent films were shown in the cinema, and many theatres went out of business. Some of the theatre stars, such as Lon Chaney, found stardom in the black and white silent movie industry. In the 1950s, people bought a new invention called the analog television. They were very popular for several years. In the 1980s, Clive Sinclair released the ZX81, a basic language programmable computer. In the 1990s, Microsoft computers with Windows were introduced, and real language computers like the ZX Spectrum were thrown away in the early 1980s. VHS videos were released, and every film ever made was made into videotapes. In the early 1990s, VHS video was replaced by DVD computer discs, and all the VHS films were thrown away. In the early 21st century, analog televisions were replaced with flat-screen computerized digital TV, and history was lost. All we had now was YouTube movies to watch. By 2017, Microsoft had run out of ideas, and the company went bankrupt. In 2020 AD, the government turned off the internet, and every webcam movie was lost. By 2030, the human race died of boredom and are extinct. A small history lesson from the pages of the Twilight Zone. You see, if you destroy history, you also destroy your own future, don't you? When you think about it. I mean, these glasses have had it, they're knackered, so I'm getting a new pair on Tuesday, something to look forward to. But the point is, like, you know, some people spent about 20 or 30 years recording their children growing up, for instance, on VHS video camera. Some people spent 20 years making home movies on VHS camera, which is what I did. And then you computerize the entire world, and you destroy the analog television and make the VHS incompatible, because the VHS doesn't look very good on computerized TV, does it? But you've destroyed the VHS analog, you've destroyed everything, you've destroyed the record player, you know, I've told it all before in other movies. I was going to tell you another story, actually. Let me tell you another story, right? That I was going to put, I think I had put it on another movie, but I couldn't find it tonight, so I'll tell you again in a minute. Anyway, no, I'm just saying that, right? You've destroyed all the films and history, you know. I do like that. In fact, I love this instant publishing. I can tell a story to you. That's what I love about this YouTube, is I can actually tell you a story. Whether you watch it or not is up to you. But it is instant publishing, and God, I hope they don't destroy the internet. But let's face it, man, they destroyed the VHS video. Another 10 years, they'll probably destroy the internet. How long do you really think you're going to live for? And how long do you think history is going to last? They already destroyed the record player. They destroyed the record player. They've destroyed the analog television. They've computerized the entire world. One day, all the government has to do is pull the plug, and they can destroy the computer, can't they? They could turn off the internet in a second, couldn't they, your governments? So, I mean, these YouTube movies that people make, some of them are really good fun. But if you destroy the computer, I mean, you could always, I mean, you know, if they've destroyed the analog television, which is why I have to make it on the webcam. Well, is that actually instant publishing? Because I've got thousands of films you've never seen. But this is actually instant publishing, which is really good. But, you know, they've destroyed the television. How long do you think it will take the government to catch on to this shit? And then the government will probably destroy your computer as well. Selfie. That's life.